everyone, and welcome to this month's Cubit Network's Not-for-Profit Spotlight. Today I am very happy to be here with Mike and Mary Martinez from Hannah's Hope. So let's learn a little bit more about Hannah's Hope.
Well, we started Hannah's Hope in honor of our daughter Hannah. She was born with a possible prenatal stroke that damaged both sides of her brain. Developmentally, she was like a 1 to 3 month old at the age of 3. So she had a lot of challenges. Mike decided he wanted to host a golf outing and raise money for First Steps, which is Indiana's early intervention program. And I thought he was crazy because we were exhausted.
That's very, very true. Very true.
We were exhausted and just learning the new world of Hannah. But we hosted that first golf outing and raised over $17,000 for First Steps, and we haven't looked back.
Yeah. So you're now in your 13th year of golf outings, right?
Yep.
13.
And you've expanded that to bowling,
Yep.
right? Golf outing and a craft fair.
Yes.
Correct.
So there's 3 events throughout the year where you guys raise funds and maybe share with us what you do with that.
So our big thing that we like to do is purchase equipment for kids with special needs. So we help buy weighted blankets, orthotics, communication apps for iPads, even simple things like Theraputty and things that kids could use during occupational therapy. So it's anything that could help a child reach their developmental goals and their therapy goals. So we allow up to $500 per year per child in LaPorte, Lake, and Porter County.
That's fantastic.
Even as of March, we've spent almost $25,000 and helped over 125 kids so far this year.
So cool.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit before we started filming this that there's so many expenses that creep up on you as a parent of a kid with special needs. So insurance doesn't cover it, and so the ability to go someplace where people know what you're going through and have the ability to help you is just absolutely fantastic.
That was our big thing, was we didn't want it income based.
Sure.
Because everything we heard was we make either not enough, too much, whatever. We just
Right.
wanted families to know that there's an organization out there that's there for them
You
no
just
matter
wanna
what.
help people.
Yep.
And so you were sharing earlier too about your ability to connect people, or parents especially, with special needs. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. What we kind of got going social media wise, touching base with our mission and how to get that out to people.
Yeah.
And then my wife had the great idea of coming up with like a family connection, which was just a simple Facebook group that said, it's going to be by invite only. You kind of got to ask permission to get in, and it's going to be for families with special needs children.
Yeah.
And it's kind of taken a life of its own in terms of growing, but it's a great forum for parents to come in and say, my child suffers from these seizures and they have to go to the dentist. Does anybody have a recommendation of a good pediatric dentist for us? Or my child has outgrown his wheelchair. I have this available. We have no use for it. Can anybody use this? Or just questions they can bounce off of each other. Yeah. And we, as an organization, really don't do much with it anymore.
Sure.
It kind of runs itself, does its thing, and it's just a way for parents to reach out to other people who they have never met nor may have ever met, and now can bounce ideas and suggestions off each other.
Right. We were talking about earlier that the ability to connect with those other parents that are kind of walking the same walk as you is very refreshing sometimes.
Sure.
Just you don't feel like you're alone, and there's somebody there that will help you. So.
Yeah, and until you're in the shoes of having a child with special needs, you never connect with that entire genre of people.
Right.
For example, that's a whole community that you're never a part of, and now you're right in the middle of it. And it's nice to know that there are others out there who are willing to help and willing to guide you.
Well, I just thank you for what you're doing. I mean, it's really inspiring to hear your story and listen to what you're doing for people. It's really, really great. So if people wanted to learn more about Hannah's Hope,
sure.
Where is there a website, Facebook, all the above? Yeah.
All of the above.
Okay.
Our website is www.hannahshope.org. You can also find us on Facebook, and Instagram, although I'm not as good about doing
Okay.
Instagram as I am
Yeah.
on Facebook. But that's usually where we have all our events and stuff like that
Okay.
posted.
And if people wanted to help, what are some ways that they can do that?
So there's a million different ways that we can utilize people if they're willing to help. And people usually are, because I truly believe people are good-natured.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
In the core.
Yeah,
I do.
for sure.
I know the bad apples are a little louder,
Yeah.
but they are. But it's not always about, obviously, you do have to raise funds
Yep.
to do what we do. But it's not all about raising funds. It's not easy to go ask people for money. So if you are able to help, we have a woman who addresses all of our envelopes and stuffs some mailers out and stamps them and does
Yeah.
that. She does that. We have stuff if you'd like to do data entry. If you're good at going around to collect gift cards that we could use at like a silent auction.
Yeah.
There's a million different things that you can do. If you'd like to just volunteer at an event, we need someone to man a table when we organize a bake sale.
Right.
At our craft fair. So there's a variety of things. Someone's got to take admission at our craft fair.
Right.
Someone's got to run scorecards at our bowling event. So
Gotcha.
there's a million different things to do. It's just reach out and any one of the medias that Mary mentioned, and we'll discuss what works best for you guys, and
Fantastic.
we'll get you going.
Okay. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
today and what you're doing. It's really,
Thank you.
really, really good. Thanks for everybody for watching.
Bye.